The industry is full of bullshit, and today is no exception. So hello everybody, welcome back to the Open Beta 64 Cards Unbound fiasco. It's got even worse, yeah, can you believe that? How can Hi-Rez screw it up? For everybody, I'd like to just say a big thank you first to everybody that subscribed. There is actually 2 reviews coming. We're going to have some more positive content. I have currently got Mario Odyssey and Five Nights Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza Pasta Simulator saving right now. They might not be up tonight because the Mario Odyssey one is like an hour-long review and that's taking longer to save, but this one will only take 2 minutes because there won't be really any editing into it. It's just basically a brief update. And I'd like to also thank everybody, all the new subscribers that joined the channel from the first video. I really do appreciate it. And of course I'd like to address some of the comments as we move into the next bit of the open beta. So just quickly skipping over to the video, I did have a few people say, you know, you want to rage, but I know you want to rage and you're going to get views and subs. I mean, I didn't actually really expect that, and I didn't really ask for that. It's more just my frustration at a game that I have, you know, obviously enjoyed quite a lot, because dropping over to Paladins, as you can see here, I've put 500, nearly 600 hours into the game because I do genuinely enjoy the game, and seeing it get fucked up is just like, don't do that. So yeah, I did get it slightly wrong on Cards Unbound, but don't worry, they've made it even worse now, so we might as well just throw this video in the trash. But another one was a big one, and it was someone that really here. I don't understand why the new system is as bad as so many people say. They are over exaggerating it, and in the original video I was very hyperbolic. I mean, I've kind of calmed down right now because I've let this whole mess play out across the course of several days, where obviously a lot of people have been screaming at the top of their lungs, shouting, and it's just genuinely been a nasty situation overall. But today we've got our facts in front of us. We've actually been provided a nice link this time, and we've got facts in front of us that we will read through momentarily. But just before we do, let's go through how this all turned out and how this all went down. So on November 30th, the published date, Hi-Rez made a video with a new system of Cards Unbound, which basically is pay to win. So the idea is the current system of cards. If we just go into a champion here, who have I not made a loadout for? It's who's basic? Ruckus. We'll go into Ruckus. So if I just make a loadout for Ruckus, you would have, this is going to stay the same, so you'll have 5 cards that you can choose from, and you can choose 5 cards from a set of 20 cards or 16 cards, so all this is staying the same. However, what is changing, if I just like grab a couple of cards here, it don't matter which ones we grab, what is changing though, however, rather than being able to customize a loadout to personally fit you, so just say you wanted more defense, you drop it all into defense and that there, so you can see our little stats bar changes accordingly. Like if we remove this, we are more of a firing and jet boosting guy rather than our defense guy with the shields here. So rather than being like a defense, we're more of a maneuver guy. So, but rather than allowing you to basically customize a loadout to however you want with a 12-point limit, they changed it to a more pay-to-win system, wherein you basically start at level 1. Let's just see if we can see it wherever this guy is. Here we go. So you would basically start at level 1, and then the card itself will upgrade to level 2, level 3, level 4 as the game progresses. Where did he put it? I know he put it somewhere. Let's just let this play for a minute as we go through what this guy was chatting. Basically, I was hoping to skim through it a little bit. But yeah, basically as the game goes on, all these would eventually reach level 5, and if you were a late player, you know, if you've been playing for a long time like myself, then you would start with level 3 cards, having a distinct advantage over those with level 1. And the reason, to respond to the comment down below, why is everybody getting so pissy about it, the reason why people are getting so pissy about it is because if you are a newcomer, you will only have level 1 cards, and the opponent will have level 5 cards, and it doesn't matter if we are the exact same skill level, using the exact same character, so we can both be using Ruckus, we can both have the exact same loadout. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just put that up there and save it. We know we can both be using Ruckus or Drogos, we can both have the exact same loadout, we can both have the exact same skill level. However, despite us being the same character, same loadout, same skill level, what would differ now is my cards would be level 5, yours would be level 1, and even if you've got the exact same, again, character, skill and loadout, it doesn't matter. I am objectively better than you, and I am going to paste your ass up and down the corridor, because no matter what you do, I have just objectively got the better cards due to me having level 5 cards and you having level 1 cards. And basically it made it this horrible pay to win system, which is how Battlefront 2 works. And we saw what a complete shit show Battlefront 2 was. Now this was made even worse by the fact that casual will be pure pay to win. Casual is where the new card system would be. It's not where, as many people suggested, why can't it just be a custom game? Why can't you just have, you know, all 5s on a custom game and have super duper crazy fun times there, and have both casual and ranked left alone as they were? But that's not going to happen. Ranked will be balanced with everybody getting level 3 cards. Casual will be the shit show, because their idea is to push people from casual into ranked. But as I've discussed, ranked is a horrible broken mess when things like this can happen, where we can get a diamond that can play with a load of golds. There we go. So we have our diamond player here, and these are all golds. Now obviously he shouldn't be playing on our skill level. I'm pleased to say that we did storm it. That's great. You know, we got a diamond, good diamond. He deserves to be where he was. He carried us. Now let's just reverse the situation though and say that they had the 5 golds and the diamond. We didn't have the diamond. The diamond is just going to completely steamroll us, because we could have ended up with, you know, like either another gold or a silver. So this diamond clearly shouldn't be in a queue of people of our skill level, but here he is. And you know, that's just one of the many problems with ranked, because ranked is completely an unbalanced shit show right now, where anybody can join, anything can go wrong. There are a multitude of things. You can go on YouTube and find several lists as to why ranked is the most imbalanced shit show going right now. So they're trying to basically force people to come from casual into ranked. Now ranked is already a shit show, but now imagine every single casual is not of a competitive mindset. You know, they're just there to have fun, which that's a good thing. So when we go into competitive, you're going to have people that won't understand team comps, won't understand when to attack, when to defend, won't have that competitive mindset. They will just pick a random character and just try and have fun with that random character. That's not what competitive's for. Competitive is for those that want to take the game more seriously. So you've already got a shit show of a ranked, and then you're going to throw even more casuals in to make it even more of a shit show. So that's why people are complaining. Now, obviously this received a lot of backlash, and Hi-Rez apparently listened, and they've made a statement It's just unfortunate that the statement is a load of bullshit. So we're going to basically break down all of this statement and say what they've changed and if they really have changed anything at all. And they've added on to this nonsense. They've added on to the star cards from Battlefront 2 and have made it even more like Battlefront 2, which is later down the list as I have read this list. So let's begin and go through it, and then we'll discuss it at the end. So the previous version of Cards Unbound did not meet our design intent. No, it did. You just got a bollocking off the internet, and so you changed it. The grind was too long, got a bollocking, and the players were unable to focus on upgrading their favourite cards for their favourite champions. They didn't want to, you just got a bollocking off them. Some legendary cards were overpowered, yes they were. You could kill an Ancient Rage Makoa with one right click of Lex's Escape the Law or I Fought the Law legendary. And the process of levelling up cards was not fun. All of OB64 is not fun, don't add it in. We took down the PTS for nearly a full week to make major changes and bring Cards Unbound in line with our initial version of the system. No, you've got a bollocking, so you had to change it. In this release, players can now directly unlock champion chests with gold. This allows you to more easily direct your progress towards your favourite champion. You can only buy it with gold for now. Once this whole, you know, gambling federation in like Hawaii and France and Australia, once all that simmers down, you'll be back to charging crystals. So because you've already said you can buy it with gold for now, so don't act like you're being benevolent. By adding more card levels, 10 total up from 5. So basically, whereas they were going to go, let's flick back over to the video updating, whereas originally all the cards were going to go up to level 5, now they can go up to level 10, which is great, because that's going to make it even more. There you go, you can see it right there. That's going to make it even more imbalanced, because as I say, we have this guy going to have a full level 5 card. Ooh man, good shit, he's going to paste the level 1. Now let's put the same situation into effect that we brung up before, back to the champions, where both me and you are playing Drogos. Both of us have got the exact same character. Both of us have got the exact same card loadout. Both of us are on the exact same skill level. However, you're level 1 and I'm level 10. I am 9 whole levels higher than you. If you thought you were going to get pasted when I was 4 levels higher, you're going to get your absolute shit pushed in and your body plastered across the walls and whatever remains of you scattered to the wind when I'm 9 levels higher. So the system is even more in balance. So good job there, Hi-Rez. You've made it even worse. Moving on. With fewer card duplicates necessary to gain each level, we have smoothed out the progression and made it easier to obtain indeterminate card levels. Yeah, but there is still a pay-to-win aspect, Hi-Rez. The card leveling system is already still there. The card leveling system has not been removed. You've just made it even worse because people with level 1s are going to get their shit really kicked in even more so when they go up against level 10s. All players also now start with one loadout of cards at a competitive level, so basically one entire loadout will be level 3, but considering there's like 900 cards in the game, like how many cards is that? 5. You get one loadout at level 3, so you get 5 level 3s to start off with out of 646. So, ooh, so generous, Hi-Rez. So generous that you're going to give new players 5 level 3s, even though, like, for a player such as myself, when this thing rolls out, I'll have all 646 at level 3. Maybe you should just not implement this at all, but there you go. Let's just keep going on, because as I say, it's just all downhill from here. A variety of adjustments have been made to provide players with more champion chests and radiant chests as they play the game. There were also a number of imbalances and bugs with scaling of new cards. Yeah, because it's a level-based system and people don't want a level-based system on the cards, and that's why that happened. We have corrected the known issues in this update and will continue to monitor and address these as a high developer priority. In addition, many specific changes or legendaries were updated to decrease the total power difference between the lowest and the highest values. It doesn't matter, because maybe it would have been fine if there was only 5 levels, but there's still going to be a huge difference between a level 1 card and a level 10 card. And when looking at feedback on the PTS, one thing that players asked for was the ability to obtain cards with gold. No, when you look at any goddamn place, any kind of feedback, let's go to the discussions, people will be telling you to cancel Open Beta 64. Yeah, change patch notes. Open Beta 64, show of hands, just a yes or no. No, 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 nobody wants it. And we could go back through all of these and just look for ones about Open Beta 64. I guess I could just search for Open Beta 64 in there. Ah, there it was. There was one. Open Beta 64 PTS problems. It's got a problem. Nobody wants it. Backup. There's another one. Stop Open Beta 64. Daily reminder to tell Hi-Rez to get off their high horse and not implement Open Beta 64 because it's a load of bollocks. So when you are saying that there was a number of players, there is, when looking at feedback on the PTS, players asked for the ability to obtain cards. No, when looking at feedback on the PTS, people told you to remove that shit. But you won't actually acknowledge that, nor will you say, oh yeah, we got scolded. You'll just be like, people were mean, but it was just constructive meanies. They didn't tell us to cancel it or anything when they did. So there you go. But moving on to the general, because I missed this a little bit. Legendary cards seem to have an increased drop in Radiant chests. Again, that really doesn't help because you've changed nothing. It's still a level-based system. Champion chests are unlocked for free via Champion Mastery and for the first win of the day, with up to 5 first win of the day champion chests per day. Putting a limit. So you can't get a champion chest with every hero. It's not like you could get 30 champion chests a day, or that'd be too kind. Gotta limit you, which we'll come back to, because this particular patch is all about limits. It's all about basically making Paladins like the arcade mode on Star Wars. But again, you probably already read it down below, but we'll get to that. Anyway, champion chests are now purchasable for 7,500 gold. Chests are now purchasable for 7,500 gold, but you can only earn 10,000 a day. So, you can only get one chest. But again, we'll get to that bit down there. Allowing players to more easily level up cards on their favourite champions. Well, not really, because you put a cap on it. You put a cap on the gold, so this isn't really, because you put a cap on the gold, so you can still only get one of the champion chests per day. So, quit talking bollocks. And again, when looking at feedback on the PTS, players asked to have the ability to obtain cards via gold. By enabling players to spend their gold on champion chests, players can now focus on upgrading their favourite champions. This ensures free-to-play players have clear, easy upgrade paths. Yeah, but they don't though, because you limited the gold. So you're saying how they have a clear, easy, in quotation marks, path, but you've put a cap on the gold. Just like how the gold was capped in the Battlefront 2 arcade. So let's move on to that. I'm just going to skip all this, by the way, because this obviously just shows you like the differences in how many cards you need to get from level 1 to level 10. So you can have a look at that right now. And it's all ones, commons, or go up to 16. It is a low amount, but it's still going to mean that, hey, you're here, I'm here, 9 levels higher than you, get your shit kicked in, son. But, yes. Oh, and they've got a reminder. Any cards that you currently own will be upgraded to level 4 upon Open Beta 64 upgrade. All current essence will be converted into gold at a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, you didn't just say, oh, reminder, please stop telling us to cancel this. So let's get into the main gist of the video, the bit that you were all here to see, the bit that's just like, are you fucking joking, Hi-Rez? You've put star cards in, and now you're doing the arcade thing like Battlefront 2. So, capped maximum gold earned per day at 10,000, corresponding to roughly 100 games played per day. So, like, basically you get, what's that, 100 gold? No, because 100 times 10 is 1,000, yeah. You get 100 gold per game. You get a meager amount of gold per game that isn't enough to do fuck all with. Because, like, let's just say you were even going to buy something as simple as an emote, because I know I'm still missing 2 of them. Let's go to the store. Let's go for just say an emote, right? And here's an emote, and we can't actually buy it, but I can tell you how much they are because I've obviously got all the others. Emotes are 7,000, like the champion chest. Emotes are 7,500 gold. So even trying to obtain an emote means that you have to win 75 games. So good luck with trying to get 75 games a day, because of course you're not going to get 75 games a day. Like, that says corresponding to roughly 100 games per day. A game can last up to an hour, so you could pretty much only get 24, and if you were being nice and saying you completely dominated every single game, you might be able to double that to 50. I don't think it's actually physically possible to get 100 per day. So you're going to get 50 games per day if you're lucky, and that's if you're super hardcore and you haven't got a life and you don't need to eat or, you know, go to the bathroom or do anything really. If you are literally just a robot that can play Paladins, then you're going to get 50 games at maximum, which is going to equal 5,000 gold. So that's not even going to be enough for a Radiant chest or a Champion chest per day. But normally you're going to get about, if you're playing on a weekend, about 20 matches per day. Maybe not even that. And 20 matches is only 2,000 gold. So it'll take you about 4 days to get a Champion chest if you are, you know, free to play. If you don't want to spend money, then it's going to take you about 4 days to get that chest. But don't worry though, we've allowed players to more easily get champion chests and ensured that players have an easy upgrade path, even though it'd take like 3 or 4 days just to get a single champion chest, because we're giving you a meager amount of gold. And we're also, just in case you do have some sort of bot or something to duplicate your gold, we're limiting your gold to 10,000 per day, like the Battlefront 2 arcade. What did they say about the Battlefront 2 arcade? Let's just Google this. Let's bring up what they said about the Battlefront 2 arcade. Star Wars. What was EA's trite answer? Battlefront 2 arcade. No, Star Wars Battlefront 2 arcade limit. Limits the amount of stuff you earn. What was the EA's bullshit response? Oh, that's it. We don't want the Battlefront 2 progression system to get broken. Oh, don't you want your chest to get broken, Hi-Rez? Because that's what it is. It's like, oh man, if people could get too much gold, then they could get like 10, 15, 20 champion chests per day. And if they got 20 champion chests per day, then they wouldn't be paying real world money when we bring those crystals back. We can't have that. So we're going to have to limit how much gold you can get per day, like the Star Wars arcade. Oh, but don't worry though, if you've got an account booster, which you do have to buy with real world money, then your limit is 15,000. Yay! Fucking nonce. But yeah, so with an account booster active, players can gain gold for roughly the same number of games played. Well, aren't you fucking generous, Hi-Rez? Aren't you fucking generous, you fucking pieces of shit? So it's only got worse. So not only do we have star cards to look forward to, but we also now have a limit on the amount of gold we can get, like the Battlefront 2 arcade. It's just basically Star Wars Battlefront 2 at this point. It's Battlefront 2. It is now a full pay-to-win game. You want to win, you want to get your level 10 cards, get champion chests. But if you don't pay for champion chests, well, you ain't going to get 7,500 gold in one day. You might if you're really lucky and really grindy, but probably not. But when we bring the ability to buy chests back, then you can pay to win. So congratulations, Hi-Rez. You literally changed nothing, if anything, with the limits on the gold, because as of right now it's unlimited. But with the limits on the gold, you have literally made it worse. You have actually fucking made OB64 even worse. So good job there. And I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. Like, we all ranted and we all screamed, and you didn't listen. So when Wednesday comes around, we can't say we didn't warn you, because let me just put it this way for all of you out there. Paladins always likes to, or Hi-Rez always likes to put out this story that Paladins is such an ancient game and it was being worked on way before Overwatch, and we drew inspiration from Overwatch, but we did it first. We were making it for... No, they weren't. No, they weren't. And a lot of the Paladins, people that have been there from near the start, a lot of the Paladins community knows they're talking bollocks. Let's just say that the Overwatch open beta, like at their BlizzCon, you know, their own private E3 where they had demos on the shop floor or the BlizzCon floor or convention hall, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say that Overwatch got showed off at BlizzCon 2014 and then Paladins Alpha came out in 2015. So there was about 4 or 5 months before, you know, you come up with Paladins. So yeah, you didn't like do it first. Overwatch didn't steal from you. You did actually rip off some stuff from Overwatch. But a lot of the community just kept quiet about it. A lot of the community just didn't say anything because we like the game. I like the game. If I didn't, I wouldn't have put nearly 600 hours into it. But let's just say on Wednesday, if you don't change OB64 or just cancel it altogether, then you, Hi-Rez, will be exposed for the scummy little company you are, because, well, you haven't had the most cleanest of records, have you, with Smite? I'm sure anybody can just go onto YouTube right now and see all of the scummy things you did with Smite. And there's quite a few scummy things you did with Paladins, but nobody said anything. But oh boy, if it goes live on Wednesday, a lot of people, including myself, will say something, and you won't hear the end of this for quite some time, Hi-Rez. In fact, you won't ever hear the end of it. Just like how EA will never hear the end of the fact that they are a studio serial killer that killed Visceral and is going to kill Respawn next, and also basically fucked up Battlefront 2 and has lost $6 billion in the stock market. How's that feel, studio serial killer EA that killed Visceral and is going to kill Respawn next? It doesn't feel good, does it? Do you want to be like EA, Hi-Rez? Do you want to be known as the person that's always referenced to as the person that screwed Smite and Paladins and is an untrustworthy company? I don't think you do, but hey, let's see what goes down over the weekend and over the last few days before they decide to try and fuck it all up. And let's get off this negativity into more positive things of the Mario review and the Freddy review tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. I hope my more calmer attitude has explained why it was a bad system and why it's only gotten worse. And again, if you like before, because some of these comments are positive, some of them are negative, some of them disagree, and I've been responding to quite a few of them. You know, if we look at the replies, there I am on that reply, and there I am, oh, not that one, but a lot of them I am, there's me again, a lot of them I am responding to. So leave a discussion down below, let's talk about it. Do you agree with the new changes? Do you disagree? Do you think they're making it even worse? Let's find out. So we don't need to shout at each other. Let's have a interesting debate on why you like it, because that guy that's like, oh, we're over exaggerating down here, everybody's over exaggerating, I'd be really interested to know why you think we're all really over exaggerating. But for now, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, do please feel free to leave a like, it does help out the channel. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on the other Paladins news and Open Beta 64 news as this shit story unfolds, and of course the reviews and any other content, then do feel free to hit that subscribe button. And there are also links down below to the public Discord if you want to come in and chat, and my Twitter if you want to see what I'm tweeting out and doing, and a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me further. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you tomorrow with the Mario Odyssey review.